there's what in theology, that's what is called development of theology. You know, during the time of the apostles, the Holy Eucharist, the Mass we celebrate today, was not like that. It was in the house of somebody. There was no churches as such. So it was in the house of somebody, following the normal Jewish meal, and after that they give thanks, and then share the normal bread. It was a normal bread. But today we have developed in such a way that when you enter a church, you see thousands and thousands of people. You can't afford to be using normal bread to break. And you know, in the Orthodox rite, when I was there in Egypt, they still try to maintain that old tradition of using one bread that you have to break and break. But when you consider our situation in Nigeria, you see that the churches are always packed, so you can't afford to be using breaking that bread. So the church developed in this theology of Lent that is 40 days. Before it was not like that, just as you said. The period of Lent is within the bigger circle of Easter. In the church, we have two big circles: the circle of Christmas and then the circle of Easter. So the circle of Easter begins with Lent. In other words, Lent is a preparation for Easter. So at that initial time, it was a few days, I think some weeks, for us to prepare to celebrate Easter. But gradually, the church increased it later, I think up to 30 days, to make it more elaborate. And it's within this period that new people who are to be admitted into Christianity, we call them catechumens, that are prepared through various stages of acceptance, enrollment, scrutinies, and all that. So it's within that period what is done. Then finally, as we have it today, the church say, let us collapse it with these 40 days of Jesus fasting. And that's why we now have the 40 days.